So this your boy Atruckernamedjay checking in, man. It is Monday. Monday morning. Whew. We are on our way to work, man. We are on our way to work. So, I have been recently told that I haven't been honest with the people. I've been told that I've been making this job or this local situation seem one way, one-sided. When I say that, I mean, like, I was told that I'm not giving you guys the whole truth, and I've just been making it seem like the greatest thing ever, and I haven't been giving you guys the bad side of being a local truck driver. So I figured, you know what, okay, let me go ahead and make this video, because I want you guys to know that it's not always going to be gravy. It's not always going to be, I'm so happy to be local. Yes, it is. But it's just always going to be some things with anything that you do. You got to have the positive and the negative. So this is going to be about the things that I don't like about being local. Probably won't be a very long video because there's not really a lot of things that I don't like, but there's some things that I don't like. Number one, and most importantly, if you want to be a local truck driver and you want the decent shift, you want the good shift, which is 9 times out of 10 first shift, you have to be ready to wake up every morning at about 5:30 to 6:30, depending on what time your shift starts. Now, for some, this is easier than for others. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's challenging, man. Like, I've been doing this joint for 4 months now, and I still ain't got to... It's not so much the waking up, it's the going to sleep part. You know what I'm saying? You got to be disciplined enough to go to sleep at a decent time so that you get enough sleep, just like on the road. But on the road, the beauty of it was... I still got these white marks. Use these white marks on my face. I forgot to put lotion on. That's my CPAP mask. I just noticed that. Anyways, like if you are OTR, you know what I'm saying, your schedule kind of be all over the place, so you might get to sleep in some days, you may not. You know what I'm saying? With being local, man, you just know off jump, I gotta be up at 6 in the morning. Period. And you know what I'm saying, you work Monday through Saturday most of the time, so it's just like, it's a situation where it's like, sometimes it's just like, damn, it's like it's no break. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing about being local that you might not like. OTR, you know, you kind of can choose when you want to take a quote-unquote break. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with local, it's every day. You know, you really don't have a choice. You have to go in. You have to work these hours. I know with OTR, it's a little bit more, and I'm only comparing it to OTR because that's the only other thing I've done, so I have to compare it to that. It wouldn't make sense to compare it to any old jobs because the old jobs, the 9 to 5s, were the same thing. And that's the thing about being local, that if you're not careful, you can fuck around and turn this lifestyle that is trucking back into a job. I don't feel like I've done that, but I'm close. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely feel like I'm flirting with it's not a career anymore, it's just a job. And that's why ownership is still in the picture for me, because it has to feel like a lifestyle, it has to feel like a career. When you come local and you just get a regular company job, it's just like, oh, okay, I get up and go to work, which is nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it almost takes the excitement out of trucking. It almost takes it, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, getting up every morning, you got to get used to that. That's not always fun. And feeling almost entering into that robot phase where you're just waking up and you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? But I guess that just depends on the person, because some people like that. They like to do that. Me, let's just say I'm still adjusting. You know what I mean? What's another thing that I don't like? Direct contact with your superiors. Okay, one of the things about being OTR, you don't have to be in, you know, your dispatchers or your boss's face every day. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, I mean like being told instructions, or having a smart ass dispatcher talk to you crazy on the phone is a lot different than having a manager or a dispatcher in your face talking sideways to you. Also, being local, you got to deal with the same people over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You're not always going to like your coworkers. And being OTR, you may not see that coworker again for another 3 months. You may not see that dispatcher again for another 3-4 weeks. Local, you seeing them jokers every day, 5 to 6 days a week. So it's not always a great situation with the people you work with. So you know what I'm saying, that adds stress to the job. You don't want to talk to these people. You don't want to see these people, but these people in your face, they phony, they corny, they you know what I'm saying, they trying to, some of them may be trying to get you fired. You know what I'm saying? It's just a situation you may have to deal with. But that's with any job, and that's why I say when you turn trucking back into a job, these are the things that you got to deal with. What else? I mean, I won't say pay, because I make decent money. I don't have to wear a uniform, but I know some local jobs that you gotta wear a uniform. That some people may not like that. Some people may not like putting on the monkey suit and looking the same as everybody else. But I know I am required to have gloves. I'm required to wear a safety vest, and I'm required to wear steel toe boots, which aren't as comfortable as flip-flops, which is all I wore when I was OTR. So that could be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, like, what I've done in the past on my YouTube when I was with a company, and I guess you could say I'm past, because the honeymoon phase with a company is about the first 30 days. The first 30 days, for the most part, the company can do no wrong to you because it's new to you, and it's like, oh, this is the greatest company ever. But what I don't want to make the mistake of doing is, with me being here for 4 months now, I want to put 100% of the real out. What about being a local drop? Another thing you'll deal with, favoritism. You're the new guy. Nobody knows you. Everybody else has been working with this manager or with this dispatcher for 10 years or 5 years or 3 years. So you're gonna get the crappy loads, or you're gonna, depending on the type of worker you are. Because if you like me, you're gonna make it happen no matter what. But if you're not like me and you keep your mouth closed, you're gonna be looking at them $600-700 checks because you're not speaking up, and they're giving you the BS. Because everybody, the more favoritism, the more veteran guys are getting the better loads. It shouldn't happen like that, but it does sometimes. You know what I mean? So, but like I say, I just want people to understand, like, with local, it's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to deal with. It is, and probably more so than if you're an OTR regional driver, because you're having more direct contact and more multiple interactions with these people. You know what I mean? So, that being said, don't think that coming local is going to be the greatest. Well, it kind of still will be the greatest thing in my opinion, but like, just understand that it ain't gonna be an easy transition. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're home every day, but you're trading in a lot of freedom to be home every day. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, the OTR guys be trying to say that they still spend more quality time than you do, and depending on the type of local job that you have, they may do, because if they can come home for 5 days straight and do whatever they want for 5 days straight, if you got one of them jobs where you working 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, by the time you get home, you really only got damn 10 hours. Like a 10-hour break, you gotta drive home. So some of you, you know what I'm saying, some local gigs, you ain't gonna spend a lot of time at the crib. At least not when you first start off. Yeah, the money gonna be good, but that schedule gonna be crazy. They're gonna be working, it's gonna feel like a temp service job, because you're just gonna go to work, they're gonna work the shit out, so you're gonna make some money, you're gonna go home, and it's just like, the first thing you're gonna think about is, oh man, I'm only gonna work this for a certain amount of time, or let me see how long I'm gonna stay here, because you're not really interested in doing that joint long term. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to continue to build your experience up. So all local gigs ain't, and then let me be very clear, all local gigs don't pay 100K. There are a lot of local gigs that pay 100K or over, but not all of them don't. And even like the 100K gigs, they probably base salary or base with your base pay, you're probably realistically making like 70 65 to 75. But with those extra hours that you putting into those extra loads that you're doing, that's how you getting over that 100K hump. Putting in those hours, and that goes back to that you not being able to do as much quality time as you want to because you're working more. Because of course you want to make more money, but then it's like a sacrifice. So you got to find a balance in what works for you. But some people never find that balance, and they just turn into workaholics, and they still don't end up spending no time with their family as if they were OTR driving. You know what I'm saying? So these are just some things that can happen to you when you go local, man. It's just you have to be careful what you ask for. You have to be ready to figure out a balance. You have to be ready to take the good with the bad with the good, and all that in between. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what I don't want is people coming local, and the first sign of trouble, the first sign of things not going their way, they complain and they run back over the road, man. If you want to be home, be home. You got to make it work. You got to make it happen. But you got to give some stuff up, man. It's just all about sacrifice. Just like you sacrifice when you go TR, you're going to sacrifice when you come local. That's just what it is, man. That's why local ain't for everybody. Just like OTR ain't for everybody. There's some things with local that some people just can't handle. Some things with OTR people can't handle. It's a negative situation with every positive. It's just how it works. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to kind of put a little bit of truth about what can, you know, be your reality with a local job, and you can find yourself not wanting to be local. There's a lot of guys that have done local and hated it, and ultimately decided that, you know, something else was a better fit. So, but, you know, just wanted to put that information out there. Wanted to you know, not just be the, you know, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, you should too type situation. I want you to really know what's going on. So, do I still feel like local is worth it even after this video? Absolutely, man, but that's me. You got to figure out what's best for you. But as always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking, we gone.